Hey, welcome back to part 6 of our Understanding Your Profit and Loss Income Statement. We are now going to discuss net income and what that means on our profit and loss income statement. So let's do this. Hey, badass business owner. Thank you for sticking with me. We are now at the gold. We're at the bottom of the profit and loss statement, and that is the income, the net income. Did you have profit or did you have a loss? Bottom line performance of your business. Did you make some money or did you not? So let's go back to our profit and loss statement here and let's take a look at how our landscaper did. Now you're going to notice right up top, you've probably noticed a bunch of columns. Well, we've been looking at May and June for this particular business, and we've been focused on the main numbers. Now, let's kind of go through with the different sections that we've been through. We talked about income, all the money coming into the business. We then talked about cost of goods, and that is the money spent to produce the product or service that we're doing. From there, you learned gross profit. This is the potential profit. It was your income minus your cost of goods, gave you your gross profit. And then we had the expenses that we did in our last video, which is the money you spent going out of the business to go do to run the business itself. And finally, at the bottom of it, we come to the net income. And this tells us if you made money or you didn't. And in this case, we did both. So let's take a closer look. We go back to our profit and loss. You'll see here, this business has a net income. The first one is 108 negative. That's right, it's a loss. So all this time when we've been following it through in the other videos, you notice how those percentages just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Well, you guessed it. He finished basically going into his own pocket to pay the 108, or he had to dip into his retained earnings to be able to make that work. And he just did not have a good month, even though he had some great sales at the beginning. But you're going to notice by the next month, he had a fantastic month, even though he ran some higher numbers. Because even if you look just above, his expenses were double what they were, but he still was able to put $4,000 to the bottom line, which means he had to make up some of those sales. But profit wise, you can see the difference from a loss to a profit. So when you're reading your profit and loss statement, you're going to see one or the other. This is why they call it a profit and loss. In this particular case, we have a loss and a profit, but it's the same thing. You get what it's telling you. And this is why you need to read your profit and loss so you can see how each of your months came out. I've done lots of coaching calls with people, and I'm telling you, there's nothing harder than when they're looking at the profit and loss for the very first time, and I'm the one who has to point out that they lost money or they didn't make nearly as much as they thought they did. And it was here all along sitting on their profit and loss statement. So the question becomes, what do you do with it? Okay, what do you do with this information now that you know it? And here's the thing, at the end of the day, each line on your profit and loss statement tells a story. It's going to let you know how the business is doing. You just need to learn, what is your profit and loss telling you? What's the story that your profit and loss is saying? Because if you dive into each of those areas and each of those categories, you're going to be able to find money. You're going to find opportunities for more sales. You're going to find opportunities to cut back costs. You're going to find opportunities of money that you're going out that you didn't even realize was going out. But at the end of the day, that one-page statement is telling a story that you need to understand how to read it. So this way you can start making a difference. And when you start making a difference, you raise those numbers up, okay? That landscaper, those are last year's numbers. You would be amazed to know what they are doing this year because they started learning how to read their profit and loss. And I can tell you, they haven't been seeing a loss, but they've been seeing some hella profits because they have learned how to read their P&L and how to better understand it. And I want the same for you, okay? Because now it's your turn. I want you to go grab your P&L, your profit and loss, and I want you to start becoming comfortable with at least the basics. You may not know how to make changes, and that's what other videos are for, is to help you learn how to make those differences and how to make those changes. But in the beginning, I got to get you comfortable with at least reading it. And that's what the series has been all about. You should be much more comfortable reading your P&L. And if you need to, grab your P&L and go back and watch each video and compare it to your personal profit and loss statement. And this way you'll feel much easier and at ease on how to read it. All right. And don't forget, if you want to learn more, go to the Know Your Business Numbers course. We dive into this much deeper, and we actually look at how to read it and how to understand it, how to make changes, how to do those different things. It makes it much easier for you to be able to say, hey, I never realized this on mine. Now I can go make a difference. That's what we really want to do. And if you liked this video as well as the other videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up so other people know they need to watch these videos. And don't forget to hit subscribe, click that bell. This way you never miss a video. My goal is to continue to put out content that's going to help you understand your business numbers better. And if you like podcasts and you like taking it on the road with you, don't forget to listen to the Badass Business Owner podcast, where I can be in your ears talking to you while you're working, while you're driving, and help you get a nugget. Each episode is all about giving you that nugget to help you run a better business. Now, for the last time, at least in this video series, I want you to get out there and be the badass that I know you are. I'll see you on the next video.